That is, to me, a sign of a champion.
Just past my account, I hear 16R. 16R, bro. The feeling is surreal, fam. I swear down. 4 years that I've been doing this, bro. 4 years. I've been working towards this one thing, and just on a random Thursday, I've done it. One shot, one kill. What's funny is I was speaking to someone close to me just yesterday because I was in a state of discouragement. I was just feeling a bit down. And, we spoke at length. I came out, my mind refreshed, ready to tackle on the next day. So here we are. Cool, good.
Yo, what we saying? What's everyone saying? We get this announcement sent in and then we'll get going. We'll get going on the charts. Everyone let me know what we're looking for. Everyone let me know what we're looking for. I want to see everyone in the chat let me know what pairs they're looking to trade today and why. It's better loud. What you saying, George? What you saying, Cam? What you saying, Vigok? You're a cheeky, Cam. You're a cheeky lad. You're a cheeky boy. Let me get the announcement sent in. 2 secs, chat. Sweet. Just got that sent in. Let's see what everyone's looking at. Morning, Pure. Anyone about to hop on GU Long? What's happening? What you saying, KJ? Morning, lad. Morning, KA. Yeah, who's looking at longs then? I wouldn't be, personally. EG's nice, but it's just not giving any way for us to sell. I know Stu had a limit on there that didn't end up tapping. I'm 0.1% away from losing my account. Gonna full port. Do I do do I do short or long here? I'd go short, mate. I'd definitely go short personally. Took an L on EU, mechanical, fair play. What's the indicator you use for sessions? It's our own one, bro. Send me a DM on Discord. It's called Sessions, Ranges and Equilibriums, but it's one we made for our members, so I can send it to you. If you send me a DM on Discord. Let me get my... Let's see. How do I make that bigger? Because that's tiny. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I'll be looking at shorts. Morning. Why are you going short? It's just the overall bias, bro. It's just a higher time frame. So we might as well do EU starting on the higher. First of all, we've got the weekly CRT here. So we're really looking for price to... We're looking for price to move all the way down to the low. We've sort of reacted off of the imbalance already. So it looks like we could go up. But based on everything we're seeing, I think the CRT is probably going to play. And we're probably going to disrespect that and just continue lower to the CRT. Then if you look at currently... Got high and low. Obviously the high has been swept by the week, so we're looking at it to pretty much trade down into the low. So again, we've got CRT there. You can see one there and then one there. Then we move on to the 4 hour. You want to see what price has actually most recently done. So most recently we can see price has had a change of character and then a retracement back up. So if you see, we've got bullish leg, bullish leg, bullish leg. And then you can see this low and this high was disrespected there. So that's our market structure shift or change of character, whatever you want to call it. And after that you can confirm that, well not confirm, but you can imagine that we're bearish or think that we're bearish. So then we just want to pick a POI from that. Obviously to pick a nice POI, it's got to be in the premium. So now we're only looking at these candles here. And then it's just picking one of these. Obviously, it's not very hard to pick. Time we ended yesterday was already up here, so we sort of knew. Even though this does look like the best order block anyway, it still was the one we wanted to choose. The reason being is because it filled an old objective. You can see it filled an old order block, so mitigated an old order block itself, and also it's got imbalance just underneath. I know the imbalance has been filled, but not fully filled, so that's another confirmation. And then yeah, if we go down again, we can see the prior day. So this is the prior day. It's the prior day. You can see it was swept during the Asia session and then started to move down. So basically we just want price to move down even further. It's about finding a way to get into that short. Like that, for example. And again, you can just follow back the order flow. It's not hard. See what price is moving off of. And really the same as GU. This one does look nice. Let me get rid of this for a sec so we can... Just have to change a character. The order block. So yeah, if you did want to get in on re-entries, you could go off of here. Five pip stop. It's going to be that as opposed to both 5 pip stop losses as well. I do like the look of them, to be fair. With optimal traders, can you still pass if you're... Yeah, it didn't come up, bro, the other bit. Still think GU short re-entry now. Yeah, it's coming up. Could be a nice one. DXY looking way too bullish this morning as well. Ratting from 5 min. Took any trade in GU longs. Yeah, I mean, what I'd ideally prefer for GU, this is what my idea was initially, was I wanted price to come up into this fair value gap here, fill this and then get into sells. But right now it's just, well, it's spent the whole of London so far just accumulating really, so maybe that's something we more see during the New York session, but I did want to ideally see this get filled. And then obviously we have got similar on EU as well, where we've got this big 15-minute. And then DXY as well. Obviously we've got imbalance there. So we'll see how it does, but yeah, this is what I'll be looking at though mainly. Any other pairs we're looking at, boys, let me know. Just trying to see how many pip stop loss is this as well. 429. I'm I'm seeing good things about it, but also not so good things. Okay, we'll send it into the Discord anyway. Actually, I've already got a page open. Send it into the Discord. Why not? Why not? Yeah, I got fucking mocked on that one. Holy shit. Bro, why are these spread so bad? Anyway, let's have a look at some other pairs. Close G long for 1%, nice. I had EG DTO short position and EU DTO short sent. The one I sent in earlier ran, didn't tap but ran, the other tapped. Oh, peak. That's just it for Fridays though. That is it with Fridays. It's just unpredictable. That's unlucky still. At least you called the move. Yeah, exactly. That's it, man. At least he called it. His news important today, yeah. Well, actually, I say that. I don't actually know what news it is. It's a nice red folder. What is it? Retail sales. Wait. Oh, no. It's not massive, really, mate. No. This is moving bare volatile. That's a joke, by the way. Let me get rid of these just so we can actually see how we're moving. And I'll put them back on later. Let me know if anyone's getting in longs either. Let me know if anyone's getting in longs. Why are you bearish? I can explain it again if you need, bro. It is a Friday, so to be fair, boys, I don't actually trade Fridays anyway. So bear in mind, I'm just marking up the. I'm more just marking up what's going on. Anyone in these shorts? I'm not in this one personally, mate. I'm not in this one personally. Big of liquidity in front of me. Good morning, Ronald. How you doing, bro? GU bullish on daily and SMT lows. Yeah, GU's a proper awkward one because GU does look a little bit bullish. It looks quite bullish, to be fair, but certain things about it look bullish. Certain things about it just don't at all. So yeah, it's a difficult one, but it's what it is. Fucking hell, that is booming now, I'll tell you that. It's absolutely booming. You shouldn't have sent that. Actually, to be fair, it's only a live trade. Okay, yeah, of course. Alright, let's see if the actual big main entry comes through then. We're definitely not going to long up to Asia High, in my opinion. I don't think that's even on the card. So we'll see if this short comes through. If not, then it's probably going to be this one. That is the optimal one, but then you can only really trade what's in front of you. Yeah, still in GU longs, EF all good, still holding EG. I do think we'll still be bearish on this, but it's just about when. Nice. If you're in sales on EG, ES, you're laughing. You're laughing, mate. Hang on. I didn't get which I can't read that. Which I didn't get out of the longs rip. No idea what you're trying to say, bro. Can't lie. How's London looking right now? Yeah, decent, bro. It's looking alright. It's looking alright. Why are you bearish? The higher time frame just bearish, bro. Simple. Simple as that, really. Mainly going off the higher time frame. You can go off Asia liquidity buys. I know some people will be, but as someone who trades it all the time, it's just not the best right now, in my opinion anyway. You want to look for a bit of a POI. I mean, I suppose we do have this order block here. I suppose we took the liquidity, well. There's definitely calls for either way, with GU especially. With EU, it's looking a bit more just bearish. Although hopefully EU can come up to this 15 minute. Actually, EG is the main one. EG would actually give a genuinely nice entry if it retraced normally for once. EG never retraces normally though. It will retrace like all the way up to here and then just move like that. Like, EG is the most unserious pair. Daily is not bearish. Daily time frame is not bearish. In my opinion, it is, mate. Just trust yourself. I need this advice. Yeah, trust. Yeah, my goal is 1%. You lot still made profits, minor. Yeah, trust. Trust. Did GJ not just invert the 15-minute FVG and is pushing to Asia High? Yeah, but there's more to the market than that, man. GU is giving a picture on its own, but if we look at the other pairs, then that's why I'm seeing different things. I mean, looking at the dollar, there's a lot of things, boys. It's mainly the higher time frame. So like on a Friday, it's sort of, you're not going to see like the main distribution. So I get what you boys are saying. Like, it doesn't really matter. Well, that's not what you're saying, but certain higher time frame biases don't matter. But for example, we've had the change of character on EU. Oh, fucking hell, I hate when we've had the change character on EU. We're tapping into that order block, so really we should continue down to the external low there. GU, similarly, we have, I'll go down even more. We have an order block there, external low. We want price to push down to that external low. Pretty simple, but yeah. Been in so many winning trades this week and fucked it up. Robert, you are close, mate. Read, trading in the zone and best loser wins. I promise it will help you. That's why mechanicals, there's no arguing who's right or wrong. Yeah, trust. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing. That's what I'm seeing. And plus, if we look at the weekly CRTs, it's clear. It's clear, man. We got CRT, weekly CRT there. We've got weekly CRT there, and we've got weekly CRT there. DXY, weekly CRT there, weekly CRT there. There's a lot of confirmations that we're going to be moving up on the DXY, which obviously means we're going to be moving down on GU. So that's my bias. I do understand what you man are saying though, like we have just sort of tapped in to whatever. We've sort of had the Asia thing. But with the Asia liquidity, boys, you got to look at it as a full thing. And remember, boys, we want Asia session to accumulate in order to catch the Asia liquidity grabs, right? Want it to accumulate, and then we have the buyers. Bear in mind this one, did this accumulate? Well, not really. It manipulated and then distributed. So it did everything but, basically. It, for a start, it opened, Asia started, rally, took out a high. So took out the prior day high, which is liquidity. It didn't just consolidate within the range. It actually took out the high and then had a clear reaction to the downside. Dropping about 45, 50 pips. So, yeah, man, we had a sweep and a move down. It's decent. Well, the first one got cooked, so hopefully this one cooks. Been reading Best Loser Wins this week. Lovely. I use Audible because I'm not much of a reader. Oh yeah, Stu can't read, by the way, or write. That's why I use audiobooks. But yeah, they are good books if anyone wants to read them. They are fun. They're going to help your psychology massively. Yeah, my goal is 1%, which I made. Oh, if people still talk about overtrading. Boys, get rid of the fear. Fear kills profits. Yeah, that's it. That's it. Let's have a good fucking candle, bro. And EG is similar, really. EG on the 4 hour again, or the 8 hour actually, I believe it was. On the 8 hour, we've got the range higher low. We're obviously in a downtrend. Reason being is we most recently broke a low, so we've got a current high and a current low. Obviously looking for that bearish leg to continue, because why wouldn't we? So we're looking for it to go from internal liquidity, so somewhere within this leg, to external liquidity, one of the highs or the lows. Obviously we're bearish, so we want the low. So this is our external target, and then we need an internal liquidity, being a fair value gap or an order block. We draw on the OTS, so we're only going to be seeing the premium, which is where we want to sell. So now we're only looking at these candles for our POIs, and once you do that and make it easier, anyone could really say, cool, we've got a clear imbalance there or order block, whichever one. But yeah, the imbalance looks a lot cleaner, very big. It's probably about 20 pips in there. Yeah, well, 12, which is a lot for an imbalance. So yeah, that's what I'll be looking at as my POIs, that fair value gap coming into there, and then obviously moving down. So we're looking to catch that move down, which is about, from now, 57 pips, and from the high about 75, 80. So we go down to the 4 hour. You can see we have CRT as well, which is when we have this again, big candle, high was swept and closed back within. So we're respecting this candle's range after sweeping, so we should really sweep down at least into this candle's low. So that's our first stop, which we're trying to trade down into. And how long have we got till that? We've got probably about 5 pips in it. Yeah, well, 7.5 pips, which is not really enough to build a trade. So we need it to come up to this high, and then we can get 14 pips, which is more than enough. So yeah, we want to get in there, stop loss just above TP there, and get like a 3 to 1 or something. Right now, yeah, as I said, there's just not really enough to go on. This GU's not really doing anything. Yeah, boys, let me know any other pairs you are interested in. I still do think we're going to move down. It's just when are we going to do it? Will it be now? Will it be New York session? Will it be Monday? Will it be from here? Will it be from this fair value? There's a lot of questions in the market right now. I'm pretty confident on my direction, which is the most important thing. You can get your entries wrong, but as long as you've got the direction, you'll be right more times than you're wrong. So. Pen somewhere, bro. End of month, end of week, trading like a snail. Yeah, you're not wrong, bro. You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. To be fair, it's quite late in the day, and we have had like a somewhat of a move. We've had that initial distribution. Oh, as soon as I said that, is price gonna... That's how you know we're in the gutter, boys. Price has literally moved 2 pips, and we're like... Hold up, let it cook. It ain't going down, it's moving much higher. Oh, it's moving higher. I thought you said it's moving much higher. I thought like just throwing bits in there. What makes you say that, Jinxers? Jixers. We'll see about that. Bear in mind, you know a market like this, everyone's going to be bullish. That's exactly what you want if you're selling. If you can look at a market and think that retail is literally all going to be buying here. If you look at this, you know that retail's definitely going to be buying around this area. You just know retail's buying. There's an order block. CRT, inaccurate one. Even on the 8 hour, it looks like we're strong to the upside, slow, and then... So a lot of people, a lot of retail is going to be induced into buying, which is exactly what we need for these big flush sells to stop everyone out. That's me when everyone gets stopped out. Yeah, Stu, you're right. DXY just accumulating. That's actually one of the better drawings I've ever done. Actually looks quite good. But yeah, it's always good when people are going against you. Obviously, it's not ideal, but do you know what I mean? You don't want the whole fucking world to go against you if your position's just clearly shit. But when you've got a decent amount of people, like a decent amount of retail, I'm not trying to mock it, say, I hate you, man, of retail. But we're all retail at the end of the day. So if Bearman in my chat, I know are looking at longs, and I can imagine are looking at longs, then it's kind of good if you're in shorts. Doesn't like I said, it doesn't mean that you want to. It's not like you guys are saying something and I'm going against it. It's more just like in an ideal world. So I was looking at sells. I want people in the chat saying sells look nice, and people in the chat saying buys look nice. So then I know there's going to be people either side, and there's going to be a good trade there. Whereas when it's just like all of us in the chat now are like, yeah, sells. I'll be thinking, someone's like, we can't all win. Someone's got to get cooked. So it's probably going to be all of us together. Yeah. Versus obviously, I don't want everyone to go against me because then I'm going to be thinking, Lou face at the start of every London session. Wait, what? Lou's face in his BM. Lou's face in his BM. Lou's face. I bet. Wait, what? I don't even know what face I pulled. But yeah. No BMs just yet. Thank God for that. I know, Tom Hoogard. I know I need to stay clear of the 99% opinions. Yeah, that's it, man. Bro, stop moving, bruv. Come on. How's the car, bro? Yeah, man, it's getting MOT'd, so... Yeah. It's very annoying, to be fair. I don't know if I told you, man, but... I obviously didn't. Yeah, we went there yesterday. I went there to get the thing, and then to get the motor, and then... He was like, yeah, I'm just going to MOT it. It'll be like half hour. So it's been like hour and a half now, and or like hour and 15 minutes. I've belled the geezer, like, mate. I was like, do you know how much longer it's going to take? He was like, oh, well, as it's a business vehicle, it's going to take substantially longer, so I don't want to keep you boys waiting. And it's like, mate, you've already fucking kept us waiting an hour and a half. So I just, yeah, then I went out to go home, and I'm going to go back today, so. That's the update there. It looks calm. I can show you, man, pictures. You man want to see it? You man sure you want to see it though? It's a serious beast. I'm joining the Ferrari club. Come on. Yeah, no, I'm joking, but that was in the lot. I'm not gonna show the actual car, but that was just sank in the lot. But yeah, it's Quengley. It's nice. It's nice. I'll be there today. It is banging though. It is banging. Oh, pictures of it are looking. KMT. I will do a video. Reason we didn't do the ACG, by the way, boys. Remember, I'm giving away a 200k ACG account. Reason we didn't do it is because obviously I was waiting for the MOT, so I wanted to get a video once I've actually got the motor and that. So yeah, I mean now, pretty much good to go when we go back there. So yeah, that ACG giveaway will be dropping this afternoon, boys. So don't miss that on my Instagram. Do not miss that. It's going to be active all weekend, but make sure you're hitting it. Surely that's cat. Wanna buy a number plate for a new motor Eno. But don't you mean you wanna buy a new motor for your new number plate? Stu's the only person I think I've ever heard of that was copped a number plate and then was like, oh shit, I need a car now. Normally the people that are making money they buy a car and then they're like, oh, why's it got so dark? Normally people cop a 30 motor and then they're like, oh shit, now I need a private number plate. Stu's ADHD copped him the number plate and then he realised he needed a car. Yeah, no, that's that Ferrari was capping it. Don't worry, I'm not going to be driving around in a pedo mobile. Just going to update the Discord with this because we did get collapsed in our first one, so I just want to let them know we are running 1.5 in profit on this one, so we have won back our losses. Oh shit. How do you spell collapsed as well? I think I know. It's a decent bit of movement. We want it to move down to that low though. Plus, where's that guy that said it was going to go up way more? I'm joking. I'm joking. No, I said I didn't actually get in this one myself anyway, so can't give it too much of a big one. Was sent into the signals though. Kalast, I think it's that. I don't know. We'll see. Yes, lovely boys, lovely. That's what we're talking about, man. Exactly what we're talking about. Come on, 2.5 far up now. Let's go. Just sending an announcement into the Discord, boys. Lovely. Let's go, man. Let's fucking go. What are we up now? Yeah. Sweet, let's go. Just 2 secs, boys. Let's go, boys. Money to be made. Always money to be made in these markets, boys. Come on. Manifesting. You're a passenger princess anyway. To be fair, bro, if I was rich, yeah, this is like, it's probably one of the stupidest things I'm about to say, but if I was rich, I would actually have a driver just drive me about rather than go to sleep, because for some reason I sleep so much better in a moving vehicle. Like in a car, bro, I would sleep all the time. In a plane, I would kip out, literally, bro, on the back of a lorry going into Calais. No, I'm joking. Oh, bro, allow it. That would be, bro, yeah, like I've literally, Stu, bro. Could fall asleep anywhere. We up 3R yet? Let's mark out our... Full TP is obviously 5 RR, so you got the 3 and 4 R mark there. Mace fell asleep in mine. Oh mate, oh mate. Yeah, look, where's the guy that said it was going to go long, bro? Where's he gone now? You see how I can never get my get back because people just leave? It's frustrating, man. Hopefully we can close below. If we can close below this low on the 5 minute, it should be decent time. Okay, nice. EU, you can see, obviously EU's still weaker. No real, a little bit of fight back and then just straight down again. That's why GU's struggling, boys, because DXY is having a distribution of his life, mate. Just needs to break this high and then it's all good, but obviously GU's a little bit opposite. Let's get rid of this quickly. Yeah, boys, that was pretty much my bias for the morning. So I'm happy that it's come through. Don't you know, pump it up. You got to pump it up. Don't you know, pump it up. Right, that's 3R hit, boys. Lovely. Easy. Oh, it's a light 3R. Nice, right. So yeah, I did send 2 entries into the signals, boys. So one of them got absolutely collapsed within what, a minute. But the other one, as you can see, is running nice. So this is just the reality of trading, by the way, boys. Like this one here, I sent in. Bear in mind, it already tapped in, so it would have been the re-entry. So it literally would have been. It's reality of trading. So look, it would have been in and out straight away. In and then straight away out. But when it tapped in, it also would have tapped us into our other entry we had, which is why we had 2 entries. And as you can see, this other one is the one that come through. So it's the reality of trading. We took a loss, but the cost of the loss was a win, which is pretty much the whole of trading. The cost of a loss is a win, and the cost of a win is a loss. Wait. Yeah. Oh, fuck knows. But yeah, you man know what I mean. You got to take the losses. Which is why you can't just take a loss and then be like, oh, fuck this, lose your head. Because losses are just part of wins, innit? They're just a build-up of that win. So... collapsed, trust. Literally did get collapsed, to be fair, so... Retesting this DTO now and that prior low there. So let's see if we can have a nice reaction. Lovely though, man. It's been, I'm not gonna lie, I've had a bit of a quiet week, so I'm glad to get one winner. Do you think we should re-enter? If you're in the Discord, boys, you'll know. If you're in the Signals, boys, you'll know. Who's in the Signals? Let me know in the chat if you're in the Signals. So obviously, yeah, that's going to be your point of re-entry. The DTO, this daily tropen's a key, boys. As we know, this daily tropen, if anyone's new around here. And by the way, bro, I wish the people that said, oh, you're a shit, it's definitely going to go long, and then it goes short and I'm right, and they leave. Why would they leave? Wouldn't they want to be like, oh shit, well, I actually got it wrong. I think I'm a good trader. I probably is a good trader, but got it wrong. But he'd rather than seeing and listening to why he got it wrong, he'd rather just leave so he doesn't have to face it. So dumb. But yeah, that is where you'd be re-entering from. Just make sure it's nice and premium in that, because it's quite a small FEG, so you may as well, rather than going off 50%, you may as well just go off the full, and then you can have a decent stop loss. Because your stop loss is going to have to be above here, which is a fair amount. So your stop loss here, for example, 50%, that's 11 pips, and then the top is about 8 pips. Your TP is, yeah. So if you do it from this high, it's actually about nearly a 3, probably a 2.5 to 1 if you have your re-entry at this high here. It's just at the long entry I'd be looking at. Oh, nice. Yeah, that inversion, I'm assuming, that 15. Yeah, nice. Let me quickly open up another GU just so we can do the long that Stu was talking about, for an example. Yo. Boys, I've just invented time travel. So the time is currently 3:45. We've just seen London play out. Our short actually does hit full TP, which is beautiful. So that can give us confidence. And now we wait. Look, you got a new car. Yeah, well, it's basically Richess, isn't it? So it's under our company. It's under me and Mace's company. So essentially, it's our company's car, me and Mace's company's car, which is pretty sick because it means obviously you can both get insured on it. You can both drop, well, obviously to a degree. Like, but yeah, that's what we're trying to do. We're trying to get one now, and then another one in like 3 months or something, because right now we'll only have one under the company, but we kind of want to have 2 cars under the company. So yeah, that's why we've got one today we've got to pick up, and then we'll be shopping for the next couple of months for another one. Me and Mace have done really well with payouts for a while now, and to be fair, you man know us, like, we don't really spend money like that. Like, you'll never see me in LV unless I back out the little, hang on. Come on. Unless you catch me in this, it's the only time. And even this is fucking... So Stu can drive it. Yeah, no, 100%. If you get insured in it, bro, you can get them little day insurances in it. This is what I mean. So it's like we are going to use it for certain business practices, you know what I mean? We're going to be zinging around to your local area outside your house. Stu's going to fucking jump out with a battle axe in his hand, smash your door down. Why did you move your stop loss, you bastard? Why? What did you enter off for this, bro? Give me, I'll go through it one more time in a sec, bro. Give me a sec. I've got a number plate for the second one for me to... Oh, bro, that number plate is actually insanely cold. I can't... The price you got it for is actually good, because I remember after you said it, I was looking at a few like trading number plates, and they're all either like bare just not what you want, or just really expensive. Man, like Sench. Oh, bro, I used to get, yeah. This is Sparta. Literally, oh yeah, I was gonna look at Stu's other entry, but that GU charted. For some reason, bare retarded. Ah, there we go. So I'm assuming it was 50% of this inversion FVG. Or was it not? No, I think it must have been lower then. But yeah, Stu, you can definitely drive it, mate. You can definitely fucking drive it. As long as you put that number plate on so everyone knows. These boys can fucking trade, I'll tell you, these boys can trade. Yeah, so we've obviously, looking at Stu's entry, I don't think Stu sent this in, but he is still considering the end. Well, I don't know, fuck knows. But anyway, yeah, so we took the Asia low. After taking the Asia low, we're obviously looking for a reaction. So this is the Asia low. We're obviously looking for a reaction to the upside, something that proves to us that we are going to reverse this bearish order flow and move up. So for Stu, or for most of us, or all of us really, we're looking for one of two things. Either change of character, which is, so you might know what it is. We've got highs, lows. This is actually really easy market to see highs and lows. We've got high, low, high, low, high, low, high, low. See, these are not all valid highs and lows, but this is what high and low is. So you basically want one of these to be broken, one of these highs to be broken, because currently if you look, we're breaking lows, right? In downtrends, what do? We break lows. Then we should come down again and break lows. So if we break the high, then shows that we're obviously reversing, but we didn't break the high, so it's neither in or there. The only other way to do it, well, not the only other way, but the other way to do it is a fair value gap. So we mark out these fair value gaps here, which are these gaps in the market. And if they're disrespected, then we consider order flow to be flipping. So you see here, right? You really want price to come into this fair value gap and then move off it, right? Be bullish off of it, which is what fair value gaps are. So if we came into it and closed below it and rejected it, we'd expect it to flip and then be used in the opposite direction, which is pretty much what we're looking for on this one. So you can use that on the 5 minute where you got one there, I've got one there that was disrespected, even got one there that was disrespected as well. Or you can up the time frame and use the 15 minute. So if you use the 15 minute, you can see we got this fair value gap here was disrespected. So as you can see, we had the bearish fair value gap, price come into it, looked like it was going to reject it, but then just tapped 50% of it and moved up to the upside. So yeah, a few people will be considering this to be a bullish market or a bullish schematic forming. Not for me personally, not for me. Well, I do sort of see. So we had this inversion, right? And then here we already tapped into 50. We closed above, tapped into 50%, started running, but we didn't have enough power. We already flipped order flow, but we didn't have enough power to even break this high, let alone to push to Asia highs. So now, obviously, price straight away just rejected it again. And now price is tapped back into an FVG, where it's going to have some form of a reaction, but only, in my opinion, into this bearish FVG to then move down. So this little move here is kind of important, which fucked the first entry, but done the other one well. I went off the 50-minute inversion, but you got in way better than me, so just wondering about where and how. What was that for? Was that for the long? Was that for the long position? The 5 lower, yeah. No, I did think it was. I sent you on Discord. Let's have a look. Okay, Happy. What are you doing in that? You having a little tuff? You having a little vet? Or oh, you're in the suit. Is it a wedding? Can't tell. It looks like you're having a smoke though on your profile pic. Wait, so Stu actually had this as the entry. Stu had this as his entry. I'm gonna lie, that is very discounted. So that's a good entry if you did manage to get into that. Fair play. Fair play. The RR is going to be banging. It's just, are we going to have the power to rally? When we've rallied 5 pips, are we going to have the power to rally 50 pips on a Friday against the current order flow? It's going to be difficult, which is, I'm assuming, why Stu didn't take it. If it come a bit earlier, he probably would have took it. Like, if it come through at 8:30, he probably would have took it. But timing's everything, especially with the London session. Yeah, that's on my wedding. Got a cigar on the go. Oh, nice. What cigars are you smoking, Stu? Let me shut this window. Actually, fuck it. See, don't be on the road. Go to the local. Did someone send? I thought I saw someone sending a message today. Oh, that is fucking peak, Val. Val, are you in it? Bro, look at this, bro. Look how peak this is from Val, bro. That's bang out of order. So he took this trade, obviously, which was sent in to the signals. That took the trade from Louis Live. Was a nice trade, but spreads from FTMO fucked my trade. My stop loss was a little bit higher than the last high. Bro, that is so peak. Can you man see that? Can you see that? See where it got him out? So that's obviously the equivalent of like... His stop loss was obviously just above this. Yeah, his stop loss was here. So basically that tagged him out. That's peak, bro. FTMO are like that, though. I can't lie. FTMO's been like that. How much is that that's been bullshitted? It's only 1.5 pips, so I mean, it's still unlucky, I'm not going to lie. Yeah, that's peak, bro, but... Unlucky, man. Unlucky, Val. But this is what I say, but it's what I say to the people who's in our signal group. Like, if you have a little bit thing like that where, like, you get spreaded out when you shouldn't have been, it shouldn't worry you, because you've got to realise you're in the best place to be. You've got me and Mace and Stu and others sending you signals, and we're all great, great traders. So, if you get one like that, where the spreads affected you, it doesn't matter, mate, because you're in the best place. There's going to be more. You even saw, like, the trades up, what, 4 RR now, 3.5 RR now? Do you know what I mean? So it's like, even if you do take a little bit of a stumble, it's fine, because you're in the best place. She is a belter, different from the rest. Diamonds all around her, and she always looks her best. Unless pretty tales come true, but she looks like a princess, and there's not. I don't know, to be fair. My old man was my best man, and he brought them with. Oh, fair play. Fair play, the old bulldog with the fucking cigars. FTMR have been pissing me off. Phil is paying, yeah, trust. They always have been bookie on spreads, literally for years. But it's just one of their things. Every prop firm's going to be bad in one way, and they're bad for spreads. But at least you know, like, if you get past the spreads, you're due your payout and stuff. You know what I mean? Haha, we'll take it easy next time. We'll TP. Yeah, man, that was annoying though, man. That was so unlucky, Val, because that would have been nice, man. You'd be running about 3R up now. That'll be lovely for a Friday. I think that's a live funded as well, so you would have been making a couple K off that, hopefully, anyway. 12.5 lots. I think that's like a grand risk, £500 risk. I think £500 risk, actually. Lovely. Let's try and break this low now, man. No happy ending. Yeah, I love having raw spreads. Just feels so much better. I'm the same, man. Before I used to not like it because it used to piss me off. I'd close a trade and lose like 250 quid off commission. But then I'm with you, I think, on that, James. Yeah, ACG raw spreads are the one. If you're trading on ACG raw spreads, boys, you're laughing, man. You're laughing. Who's ACG here? Boys, if you want to get in to the signals, well, let me think of something I can do. Actually, no, I don't know. But then you might not get tapped. Yeah, boys, if you want to get in the signals, then use my code RICHES on Alpha Capital Group, and I'll let people in there for a certain amount of time for free. So send me a DM once you've used it. But use my code RICHES. In the description, there's a link to ACG. Use RICHES at checkout. It's going to get you at least 15% off. Even if you buy 10k, I mean, it's better if you buy 100k. If you buy anything above 100k with that code, I'll let you in the mentorship for 2 months. 2 whole months in the mentorship for anything above 100k. Just want to get people using my code, man. I want to show ACG some love. I've been getting some nice payouts from them, so yeah, man. If you want to use my code RICHES, you get 15% off. And if you buy at least a 100k account, I'll let you in this mentorship for 2 months, including a week or 2 free in the signals as well. So you could just essentially get in a mentorship and signals just by buying a 100k account, and then just grow up for like a month and a half, earn a bit of dough, and then boom, go again. Just add the spreads, low the RR annoyingly but worth it, or keep the same stop but then move your entry up. Yeah, that's it, man. That's what you really got to do. It's the only way to do it, innit? You've got to account for it in your actual trade. Have a good week, everyone. Hopefully you get some trades next week. Sweet, bro. Oh, yeah, boys, before people start leaving, I was going to say this as well. That one-to-one I'm doing, I'm taking on one person for a one-to-one, as I said. So, yeah, one person for a one-to-one for 6 months. I'm going to be with them just through me, not through RICHES, really. We're obviously part of RICHES, but just through me, you're going to be my personal one-to-one student. I'm going to take on one person for 6 months, and I'm going to get them from 0 to at least 300k funded, past and getting payouts. So if you're interested in that, by the way, I'm only taking on one student, only one person, and it is for 6 months minimum. So yeah, if you want to register your interest in that, DM me. Obviously, make sure you got money there because it's a one-to-one service, so it's direct, and it's all fully through me. And she always looks the best. See if profits. we're seeing slight SMT, but not really. I mean, a little bit, but we haven't actually finished the leg yet, so we can't really say. We just fucking conclude. We just need to close below that. Again, look, we're at a similar place. So EU's broken the low because the euro's so fucking weak. So let me show you again. So yeah, the euro's broken the low because it's so fucking weak, as we can see from EG. And then GU hasn't broken the low. Still waiting. DXY hasn't broken the high either. So you can see EU's the outlier. And we just need the DXY to push up a little bit more. And then that should be good for EU, GU. A little bit more. Literally about... Mate, not even that. Literally like 4 points more. 40, whatever you want to call it. Should happen as well. Come on. Come on, boys. That's be your benefit. Nah, man. Same shit, bro. RV station's closed, so you can't walk over the bridge. And it's shut for like 4 months. So that's long for Noosh. Going shopping that. Yeah, other than that, literally nothing's changed. It's good though, mate. Weather's been nice. Well, I say that like you don't live about 20 minutes away from me, but yeah. Just sort of seeing a bit of consolidation here, boys, so I might jump off in a minute just because it's sort of like, what else are we really going to discuss in the markets other than what we're already seeing? We should see this high get broken. We want to see some long-ass retracement into this just so we can fucking move up again. Probably what we're about to see, innit? Just for the annoyance of it. So yeah, we're probably going to break this inducement, fill this imbalance, then move up. So yeah, take that inducement, fill that fair value and move up. And for GU, that will obviously look something similar. Again, taking that out potentially. Yeah, that's pretty much what we're probably going to see. But anyway, boys, I'm going to jump off now. As I said, the ATG giveaway will be being done later, so stay tuned on my Instagram. Wow, Josh. Poor timing, Josh. I can't lie, we're just about to jump off, but morning, bro. Morning, bro. Yeah, big up to all of you tuning in, though. Thanks for the likes, comments, shares, and subscribes. And I'll catch you in the next one, boys. Got a video coming later on my Instagram, so make sure you're on my Instagram. I'm going to be doing a big giveaway. It's going to be 200k ACG accounts and more. All for free, so yeah, make sure you're there to enter. My DMs are open if you want to get in a mentorship or signals or one-to-ones. As I said, I'm taking on one person for one-to-ones, so DM me to register your interest for that. Have money ready and be aware it's only one person, so I'm only picking one person to train from wherever they're at to guaranteed 200, 300, 400k funded and getting consistent payouts. Alright, and that's just through me. That's not me and May, it's me and Stu. That's just me. So that's just me and you. We'll be grafting on it together. So if you want that, do DM me about it, but make sure you got dough ready. Mentorship, send me a message. Signals, send me a message. If you use my code RICHES with ATG, with Alpha Capital Group, then send me a message also, and I'll get you in the signals or mentorship for a little free trial. Like I said, boys, I don't know if there'll be a New York live later. There'll be some form of content, whether it be a live or a video or a post. I don't know. We'll probably jump on live in the Discord for a little bit just to announce a few things and stuff like that. But yeah, man, overall, pretty decent week. Not too much went on. It was good. We had a nice trade on the Friday, which is what I'm happy about today, man. Which is what I'm happy about. So sweet, boys. I'm going to jump off now, but I appreciate you. Catch you later on that giveaway on my Instagram and on Discord. I'll be announcing it, so make sure you're there, because it might be a live, might be a post. I don't know. Just make sure you're there, boys. Appreciate you tuning in, and I'll catch you very soon, boys. Sweet.